Anytime online recently, or even just browse the beauty aisle at your local store, you already know that Korean skincare has absolutely exploded in global popularity. We see these flawless, glowing, literally glass-like complexions online, and we instantly want to know the secret, right? But with that massive explosion of popularity comes a whole lot of information and, honestly, a whole lot of misinformation.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because the absolute biggest, most overwhelming question surrounding this whole phenomenon is exactly this. Do Korean women really use 10 different products every single day? It's the core mystery we're unraveling today. Like, where did this massive 10-step concept actually come from? And more importantly, is it a strict reality, kind of partially true, or mostly just a brilliant marketing myth designed to sell us more bottles? Well, to really get it, we have to look at how the 10-step routine gained all this global attention in the first place. A few years back, beauty enthusiasts and influencers started sharing these incredibly elaborate routines on social media, and boom, these posts went completely viral. But here's the catch, and you might relate to this. It created a situation where everyday beauty lovers felt, well, entirely intimidated. You see an influencer's bathroom shelf packed with dozens of glowing bottles and jars, and suddenly your basic face wash and moisturizer feel completely inadequate. The internet basically made us feel like if we weren't doing the whole shebang, we just weren't doing enough. And to brilliantly illustrate that point, just listen to this rundown. Step 1, oil cleanser. Step 2, water-based cleanser. 3, toner. 4, essence. 5, serum. 6, ampule. 7, sheet mask. 8, eye cream. 9, moisturizer. 10, sunscreen. Whew! Just reading that out loud literally sounds like a part-time job, doesn't it? It is so easy to see why people felt completely overwhelmed by the daunting complexity of this massive daily regimen.
Okay, let's take a collective breath here. I want you to reframe this. Think of it not as some mandatory daily chore, but rather as a skincare menu. It's a list of available options to customize from. Definitely not a strict daily mandate. Imagine walking up to a delicious buffet. You wouldn't force yourself to eat every single item on the buffet line every single day, right? That'd be wild. You pick and choose based on what you're actually hungry for. The exact same logic applies here. People in Korea actually customize their routines based on what their skin needs on any given day, rather than rigidly slapping on all 10 steps in a row.
So, the crucial point here is neatly separating the stressful internet myth from the practical reality. The myth, which was heavily fueled by viral marketing and social media algorithms, is that absolutely everyone in Korea follows all 10 steps perfectly, day in and day out. The reality? Many people use much simpler routines depending on their specific needs. It's a highly pragmatic, flexible approach, totally the opposite of the rigid, exhausting routine the internet hype might lead you to believe.
So, let's transition away from the internet hype and get a dermatologist reality check. If those 10 steps are an a la carte menu, think of dermatologists as the head chefs stepping out of the kitchen to offer their personal recommendations for your specific plate. What do the medical experts actually say we should be doing? Well, dermatologists generally advise building your routine based on 4 specific pillars. First up is your skin type. Is it dry, oily, or combination? Second is climate. You've got to consider the humidity, temperature, and UV index exactly where you live right now. Third is lifestyle, factoring in things like your diet, your stress levels, and your daily activities. And finally, personal preference. What textures do you actually like using? What ingredients? How long do you actually want to spend in front of the mirror? The absolute key here is that not everyone benefits from the same regimen. Putting a heavy, thick cream meant for dry winter skin onto an oily complexion during a humid summer is literally a recipe for disaster, no matter how many steps you use. Which brings us to this fantastic piece of advice. Good skincare is about choosing products that suit your own skin, not copying someone else's routine. I want you to think about your own bathroom cabinet for a second. This is such an empowering shift in mindset, isn't it? You have full permission to just stop blindly following the internet hype. Stop stressing over hitting some arbitrary number of steps just because an influencer did it, and start personalizing your approach based purely on what your unique skin actually requires. And that leads us to our final, probably most important takeaway for this explainer. Consistency over copying. Delivering the exact right ingredients for your unique skin needs and doing it consistently is the actual genuine secret to great skin. It is far better and honestly far more effective to have a simple, targeted 3-step routine that you happily stick to every single day than a massive 10-step routine that you only manage to pull off once a week because, let's face it, it's just too exhausting.
So, the next time you see a wildly complex routine go viral on your feed, I invite you to just think critically about that beauty advice. Question the hype and look for the facts. And speaking of questioning viral beauty trends, we have another fascinating mystery lined up for you next time. Have you seen those videos claiming that rice water can radically improve your hair and skin? Is it a proven ancient secret or just another internet fad? Join us for our next explainer as we dive into that exact question. See you then!